Hey, I'm Clayton Estrem. So today we're gonna do some crafting. We're gonna drink some wine. I'm gonna show you how I use a Cricut for my real estate business. You ready to get started? Let's go. All right, cheers. Let's get started. We're over here at Cricut because I am rocking a Cricut. Um, we're gonna go design space. So whenever I do one of these projects, I just kind of wing it, to tell you the truth. I like to find something that I think is pretty cool. We'll download that later. Find something that looks cool, and usually I like to customize it. I think customizing is a lot of fun on a lot of these projects. So we're making a card. I have a super awesome client that's referred me a lot of people. So I just want to do something nice for them. So I'm going to get them some gift cards set up so they could go out on a really nice date. But I want to give them a little bit more customized card instead of here's a random card or here's the gift cards. Have fun. So let's look up thank you cards. So looking at some other projects, there's some really cool ones in here. I like this wedding card. There's some easier ones out there, but I think I could do something really cool with this. So I'm going to go ahead and customize. I like that this one comes with our envelope. Let's shift that to the side. So it's taken me a long time to figure out some of this Cricut stuff, especially because I like to customize things. I don't want to just use standard stuff. So here's our different pieces. What I'm thinking with this one is we have a 3-layer card. Thank you on the inside, thank you on the outside. So let's go ahead and build this. Thinking about it, let's see. Since I'm doing 3 layers, I'm going to need 3 layers of cards. This looks like it'd be my inside. So let's go ahead and duplicate this because we need our outside pieces. So if this is my inside, let's zoom in. Let's work on inside first. And then we'll get to our next one. So what I like to do when I'm doing things like this is bring them to a line so whenever I start doing some funkiness, I can make all of my stuff line up pretty good. So that looks good. Let's merge these bad boys. Actually weld. So whenever we hit weld, it combines the two. It's going to be 1 cut instead of 2 cuts now for this one. And then we need, oh nope, text, shapes. We need shapes. I'm losing my mind over here. So shapes. Let's bring this one down. Again, I think the Cricut software needs quite a bit of work, in my opinion, just to make it a little bit easier to use. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. Like, I know flip's not going to help me at all right now. If I could just, like, turn this without having to actually turn. Because if I don't get it exact, it's kind of a pain. So here we go. Here's my folding line. And this is one reason I like to make sure I put it on that solid line, right? Put it on that solid line. I could go straight across. I know everything's going to be nice and even-ish. That's not nice and even, is it? It's a little bit off. That looks a little bit more even. Close enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm making this card custom, so there we go. We have that. So now I want to attach these two. There's only 2 pieces now, and now we've got 1. So now we need to do our text. We're gonna add some text down here. Leave some room for me to sign. I actually already pre-did some text. Let me pull that up. I want to make this a little bit quicker for you, right? Can't forget the wine. I find that drinking wine and crafting is like a fine art in itself, right? So if you drink too much wine, your crafts are not going to look too good. But if you got kids, just blame it on the kids. Be like, look, my kids made it. They tried their best. Nobody needs to know that it was because you drank a bunch of wine, right? That's the way I see it. Where's my text? Where'd it go? Come here, text. Here we go. Now it's moving. Somewhere. There it is. We found it. Let's move this down a little bit. Obviously a little big. So just to make my life a little bit easier, we're going to change font size up here to 12. Let Cricut freak out a little bit. Alright, so now we want a font. Come in here and filter, because I'm gonna put a pen in there, let it do its own writing, because my handwriting, it looks like I drank a couple bottles of wine, right? So we're gonna filter. I want writing. Whenever I'm picking fonts, the font you pick does matter, very much so. But at the same time, you don't have to freak out and spend hours doing this. Let's see. I like this DJ Always. That looks cool. Let's see how it lays out. That works for me. Let's just align this to center. Boom. We can make this a little bit bigger. Make sure it doesn't hit our cutouts. Thank you for trusting me to help your friends, family, and coworkers with their real estate needs. Enjoy date night on me. And that gives me just enough room to sign, right? So that's going to be our inside. I've got this piece here that goes there. I do like that kind of color on there. It's a nice little pop, which means I really need two of those. One for the inside, one for the outside. So let's duplicate that and move these out of our way. Oh, I forgot. These two need... Oh, boom. We need to attach these so they'll stay nice and together. Cricut is just moving so slow today. Alright, there we go. So, inside piece is done. We have our two fillers inside and out. We don't have to mess with the envelope. We could write on the envelope, actually. We might do that, because why not? Alright, so here's the tricky part. I haven't thought this one through. So this needs to be on the outside. So whenever you open it, it's going to look like this, right? So a trick you could do is pull out a white piece of paper, draw the things that you're looking at, fold it, and then you can kind of make sure you get everything mirrored. I think this is the route we're going to go. So again, like before, let's find one of these solid lines. Get it lined out as close as possible. I'm no expert crafter by any means, so I'm not worried about making it super, super perfect. I want it to be as perfect as I can. So again, we're going to weld, because weld's going to weld it together, make it one piece, maybe. Or did we flatten? I think we flattened. Why is there a line there? Let's undo that. We got a couple movements. Technical issues. Again, I'm not perfect at this stuff. I'm learning. Do we have two pieces? We have two pieces. Maybe I didn't put them over each other enough. Maybe that's what it is. Let's try that again. If I hit weld, boom, that's what it was. They weren't close enough. Alright, now they're close enough. We got our halfway line. We're going to go into shapes, a score line, so we have a nice fold line for us. Which, again, Cricut, I wish they would, you know, I'm right here. Don't put it all the way up at the top. Alright. So as close as possible, we're going to flip this. Looks even. Come across our line. Boom. That one looks better. I did good there. Good job, Clayton. Gotta give yourself a pat on the back every once in a while, right? So let's go ahead and attach these two. So I want to do something right here. So obviously this would be upside down as we're looking at it right now. Yeah. Gotta think it through sometimes, right? So what I want to do on that side is I think I want to put in my logo, which we'll have to flip. Obviously my logo is massive, but I did that for t-shirts and stuff like that. But we could come shrink it. Boom. We'll zoom back in so you can see our full project there. Alright, so this is a little bit more technical. I figured this out making some Paw Patrol stuff, which I need to do a video on that because that was pretty epic, but it was pretty time consuming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a box, I'm going to make it a rectangle. So the issue I have with something like this, if I throw it on this card, I'm going to have little pieces I need to glue in. So like the middle of my O, the A, things like that, which I'm not willing to do the agent you select matters because that's going to be a lot of tedious work. So here I have just a box, and this is where a slicing tool I found helps out a lot. So I'm going to right click with everything highlighted, I'm going to hit slice. So now I took out all those words. So you can see it's a big mess. We'll go over that another day, but I'm just going to delete all that. For this logo, what I want to do is I want to turn it 360, or I'm sorry, 360, 180. And we are going to stick it here. It's set as a cut file, so it'll just cut out everything in the middle. You got to turn your head to make sure it fits properly. Maybe a little bit bigger. There we go. I think that's good enough, right? Maybe shift it a little bit. Maybe a little bit bigger. Again, no exact science here. Have fun with it. Drink your wine. Stay hydrated. So whenever this cuts out, this will be on one side. Which I think, with that cutting out, that might be too hard. Nothing's too hard. What if... I think we'll just have that shine through. We're not going to have it stand out too much. I'm not a big fan on having everything completely customized. Because my goal isn't to be like, hey, here's my name. My goal is to say, hey, go have fun. I really appreciate y'all and y'all's business. So we're going to leave it like that. So we have our inside piece. We have our outside piece. We have our two fillers behind thank you to let those stand out. We have our envelope. I don't know what colors I'm doing yet. We're going to figure that out when we start to put things on a mat, see what colors match and what I have, right? But as long as I know that these colors are going to be the same, these colors are going to be the same, the only piece I need left is an inside piece. So we're going to come in here for shapes. We're going to grab this one. We're going to throw it on the outside. Unlock it because we don't want just a square. And I'm just going to make this a tad bit smaller than my actual card. Why? I don't know. It just seems like a good idea. Boom. So just so you kind of see what it's going to look like, move to the back. Maybe. Move backward. Move back. There we go. So the inside of the card will look something like this. Which I do like those colors. I might see if I have those colors and stick with it. I mean, we're technically in fall, right? Oop. So note to self, make sure you're coming in here and attaching everything. There we go. So now we got the cutouts in there. So now that's all attached. So inside's going to look like that, which I think is actually really pretty. And then we're going to have this part coming through here like this. So we're going to have thank you in there twice. 3 times. 3 times is not enough for these people, but that's okay. I like it. I think that looks good. So, I mean, that's how I take something that's in there and I completely customize it for what I'm looking to do for whatever it might be. We have our card ready to go. You know, let's do some more text. Let's add in some more. Let's say just a simple enjoy. The way Cricut's going, this will take forever. Well, that's happening. Let's see if we can find some text. We want writing, so writing's still in there. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. Where is our text? Is it hiding from us? Oh, there she is. Enjoy. Can I fill? Man, I wish I had some big markers. It's okay though. So that's the middle-ish. What if we make this even bigger? Let's make this even bigger, because why not? Enjoy. A little bit more centered. Looks good enough. Might be a little bit off. We'll be able to tell once we have it. So again, something like this. We attach. Boom. So these will print together. These will cut. Or print together. That'll cut together. It'll score together. It'll write together. We've got our outside piece. We've got an inside piece. And we have these two pieces. So you'll see that when we go to make it, we should have, what, 4 mats? 5 mats, actually. So we'll have this inside piece, which we'll look at colors here in a second. We'll have our inside, our outside, our envelope, and one random piece. I don't know why it couldn't fit over here. I guarantee it could fit there. But we won't fight you. Alright. So if you've got a Cricut, you know what to do here. We're going to hit continue. Let's get stuff on the mat. We'll rock and roll from there. Alright, let's do it. All right, it's time to put it together, right? We got all our pieces cut. We have our crafting glue. So I've got some Craft Bond, rubber cement. I don't know if this is the best thing to use. If y'all Cricut, if you like to do stuff like this, let me know what you use. That's just something I picked up on sale, I think at Joann's or something, and it was super cheap. So I was like, yeah, let's give this a go. I know when it dries, it doesn't look completely perfect if you miss some spots, but, you know, this is all from love. So I think people are okay if I make little mistakes here and there. I also got my wine, which we're starting to run low. Let's hope I don't run out before we get done, right? So building it, I really don't know where to start. Let's start here with the envelope. That one's easy. I know what to do here, right? So we got our score lines. We're going to go ahead and fold this. We're going to fold this. I wish, I know from my wedding, I did a bunch of stuff, and I think those are invitations maybe our thank you cards, something. I did a bunch of wax seals and stamped that in. If I had that in the office still, I would totally use that to seal all this off. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to seal this. I don't have any ribbon in the office because that would be kind of cool. Man, I really wish I had that wax seal. I need to get some more. So that part's done. Let's move on to the next. I guess I've got the O right here that I saved. The inside of the O of my name. So I think that was the only part that I needed. I don't like how the end of my name, the Strems, the E came out, but again, you can't always be perfect. So let's go ahead and fold this. One thing I did realize after I cut, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to wing it, figure it out. But I did not score the middle page. Hopefully that doesn't cause me any issues. It's a lot easier when you score, as it's more exact, right? But we'll go ahead and get that one folded. So I've got my outside piece right here. It's a little off. I wish, I guess because we're folding it, I didn't score it. Doesn't help anything, right? Let's get that fold better. I probably should have gone a little bit smaller. See, I knew there was a reason why I did it. Should have gone a little bit smaller on this inside piece, or this middle piece, just because we're folding so many pieces together. That's a little bit better. And we can't forget the thank you part, so let's do the thank you part first. Let's get this glued on. Oh, so my desk is actually a kitchen countertop, and I've learned that using this crafting glue, at least, you let it dry and you could just peel it right up. So that's really nice to have. So I'm just going to slap some on. Let's get it on the desk. I'll clean it later. We already know how to clean it. Just let it dry. Throw on our blue piece. Make sure it's not sticking out anywhere crazy. And boom. So let's speed this up. Let's get it all put together. Ready? Let's do it. Well, there you go. Crafts and Wine with Clayton. I don't know if that's the name, but why not, right? Can you craft without wine? So here's the finished product. Thank you card. Again, with that glue, it's probably the messiest. I want to know, is there something better out there? Here's when you open it up. See, this is exactly why I let the Cricut draw for me. Because my handwriting, even when I try hard, does not look good. And I'm not the biggest fan of how the logo turned out. I'm going to have to tweak that, see what's going on. But you know, it's always a work in progress. So probably not the best card I've ever made, but it's probably the most customized card I've ever made too. Being able to take a card and tweak it and what I'm thinking and what my mindset has. You know, what I have up here. And practice makes perfect. So let's learn together, right? So until next time, cheers. I look forward to it. See ya. Why is this so sticky? I just got wine everywhere. Everywhere. A little wine drinking whenever I need to. Whenever I need to? No, don't. You know what they say about crafting? Why buy for $7 when you could make it for $92? Cheers. Girl, I get it. You're not a hoarder. You just need a bigger crafting room. But I know somebody that could help you find that. I have way too much time to craft. Said no crafter ever.